I wish I had more energy. It's a statement I hear often. People are honestly feeling depleted and they'd like more energy. And you may be a part of this growing population. But the fact is that energy doesn't disappear. It doesn't go away or dry up, and you can't use it all so that there's none left. You actually have the same amount of energy now as you did when you were born, because energy can neither be created nor destroyed, it can only change form. This principle is known as the conservation of energy, or the first law of thermodynamics. But I'm not getting into physics here. You can't buy energy or create more of it. You can't throw away energy or use it up so that it's all gone, nor can it be bought or obtained from somewhere. And you can't have less of it now than you did before. It's just not possible. But if energy can't disappear, then what happens then when one day you're full of life and the next you're feeling down or low or just flat? It certainly seems to have headed for the hills, doesn't it? When this happens, you've experienced the changing form part. Energy constantly transforms in, through, all around you, because your energy can go from a high frequency expanded version, feeling energetic and full of life, to contracting and feeling depleted, feeling low and despondent, all in a very short time. It's actually the frequency of energy that makes you feel great or depleted. The low frequency vibration itself, and not the lack of energy, makes you feel like you need a boost. So it's easy to think that you need more energy. But not all energy is created equal. Beware of the bouncy, energetic people. Some are just busy in their heads and busy thinking. This doesn't make them high frequency energy, just busy. And often this is referred to as burning the candle at both ends. This means that busy people tend to burn out unless they too manage the frequency. You know the difference between the two, because busy people make you feel tired and high frequency people make you feel energized just by being in their company. That's because your energy is beginning to mix with theirs. The transformation of your own energy has already begun. You really don't need more energy. It's true. You don't need more energy, because just think about it for a moment. If you had more energy, it would be the same as what you already have. And if that's not making you feel good now, then more of it won't make a difference. In fact, it'll probably make you feel a whole lot worse. Like when you have mud in a glass and you add clean water to the mud, you still have a glass of muddy water. What you do need is to be able to transform the energy that you have now to a higher frequency. So now you may be asking, what is the frequency of energy? You can calculate the frequency of your own energy by your emotions. When you feel afraid or run down, depressed, trodden on, disempowered, abused, and many more emotions like this, then your energy is low frequency. The symptoms are tiredness, feeling overwhelmed, everything is too hard, you're afraid of making decisions, and often feeling that you aren't in control of your life. On the other hand, feeling happy, loving, appreciative, joyous, in love with life, excited, and many more uplifting emotions are the signs of high frequency energy. The symptoms or advantages of high frequency energy are being in the right place at the right time, feeling lucky, having opportunities fall in your lap, people who love you, and making inspired decisions for the future. You can see why the frequency of energy is so important, can't you? It either makes you feel great, aligned with opportunities for an inspired life, or it keeps you trapped in anger, fear, depression, stress, illness, afraid of what's to come next, hoping that things will get better soon. So how does your energy then become low frequency? Well, energy follows focus, your focus, and whatever you focus on creates thoughts. So if you're thinking something, watching a program on television, observing a scene, listening to somebody speak, that becomes your focus. Those thoughts now transfer into your mood or emotions, and sometimes it's the other way around, but your dominant mood becomes your vibration. This continual cycle of focus, thought, mood, vibration becomes the recipe you use to create your own energy frequency, because it's your vibration that manifests. It's easy to think that you no longer have control over what happens in your life, but you really do. Think positive, I hear you say. All of the well-known gurus have adopted this mantra. Sure, thinking positive can make you feel better for a little while, but it's not lasting. Now, feeling optimistic changes the path of your energy. It's your dominant emotions, or mood as we call it, that manifest the transformation. And if you're honest with yourself, for most of us aren't, you know inside that changing your thoughts or words don't necessarily change how you feel. When you're observing something just as a witness, whether it's poverty on television or the dog next door being tormented, it has your attention. That's called focus, and you have thoughts and emotions that always accompany focus. Sometimes thoughts come first, and other times emotions are prevalent. Either way, the energy is following your focus, and unless you change your focus quickly, very quickly, you're going to find your mood affected by this focus, and your energy frequency will always follow. That's how easy it is to become low frequency energy. You see, energy doesn't discriminate or judge. It doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor, a cleaner at a hotel, or the head of a corporation. Your energy will always go down the same path as your vibration. It doesn't discriminate, nor does it care how much money you have or what's going on in your life right now. The frequency of your own energy is determined by your vibration, and it all begins with a thought. The energy frequency in your body makes an impact in every area of your life, be it health, wealth, or happiness. So what can you do to change the frequency? Well, when you feel low or depleted in energy, you can use these. I think we have 5 methods here you can use to ramp up your energy. Change the focus, and therefore you influence your thoughts. Notice your mood and shift it to a different frequency, one step at a time, using the mood map. Use meditation often. It presses the reset button and helps you heal. Look for something that makes you feel a little better and then a little more, increasing the frequency as you go. And sleep. And you can reset your intentions when you wake. These methods will turn a low frequency on its head and transform it into a high frequency quickly. It's important to know that high frequency energy doesn't just make you feel happy, it also protects you. It enhances your endorphins to make you feel great, but it also boosts your immune system to protect against illness. That's because everything has a frequency, and illness has a low frequency, making you more dense and heavier. It's not that you aren't soul guided when you're on a low frequency. You certainly are. But there's a chance you won't be able to hear, see, or feel the guidance because of all the frequency obstruction. You become too focused in your body, and that's what's going on in the world around you. And by chance, if you did happen to hear a whisper of guidance, there's an even bigger chance that you'll ignore it, thinking that guidance like this just doesn't happen to you. Are you willing to take the chance of having low frequency energy? Because it is a choice. So then, do you know how, whether it's high frequency or low frequency energy you're experiencing? Well, you know when your energy is high because you can feel it. You buzz physically in your body. Your senses are peaked. Things work out for you. You're in the right place at the right time. You're exceptionally creative. Opportunities fall in your lap and people call you lucky. That's what people called us during the pandemic. lucky. We happen to be living in a country area with very few cases. There was little necessity for mask wearing and only a short lockdown. We watched the disaster unfold on television across the world as fearful leaders made decisions that will have consequences for generations to come. Ours wasn't luck or good planning. We just kept the frequency of our energy high. In that way, we could stay healthy and be guided to the right place at the right time, no matter what happened. And you can do this too. Without planning or knowing what the stars have aligned, high frequency energy is your insurance policy for living a life of love and happiness. Life has so much to give you. You can make a difference in your own life by transforming the frequency of your energy. Right now, there's never any need to settle for okay or good enough. Nobody ever celebrated a mediocre life. Instead, use the tools above to raise your frequency and receive the amazing benefits free. You see, high frequency energy can't help but deliver you the very best of life. So remember, change your thoughts, meditate often, uplift your mood. You can have the very best that life has to offer, so why would you want to settle for anything less? I'm Gail Marie from 6 Dimensions of Healing. Thanks for joining me.